Hold on, really? There's handles. I'm an idiot. So please excuse my look. I just got home from the gym and I literally, I just want to film this before I shower so that I don't have an excuse not to. So we're being casual today. So today's video is going to be kind of fun. It might be more fun for me than it is for you, but we're raiding my husband's book stash. So he doesn't have a bookshelf. We have a little cabinet with some in it, and then we have he has a couple boxes downstairs in the basement with books in them. So I'm just gonna go down. I'm gonna see what he has. I'm gonna see what I can pull out that I want to read. Not necessarily, it's not gonna be added to a TBR yet, but I just want to see what my options are within his books. Because I know what my books are. I know what books I can choose from that are mine. But I'm not sure exactly what he has. I know a couple of books that I've mentioned that I wanted to read this year. He's like, oh, I think I have that. I think I have that. I think I have that. And when I went to read Gardens of the Moon last year, what am I talking about? I'm already in 2020. It is still the 31st of December. It's not 2020 yet. Earlier this year, when I was talking about wanting to read Gardens of the Moon, he was like, oh, I think I have that. And he did. So yeah, I just want to see what else he has. And he's not home right now, so not that he would care, but it's the perfect time to do this. So I'm going to take you down to my disgusting basement. Actually, I'll do this little shelf here first, and then we'll go down to my disgusting basement and pick through the dusty boxes. Let's go. Okay, so we just have this little cabinet in the hall, and it's going to be kind of a hard angle to shoot because it's a very narrow little space that it's in, but bear with me. So he has the Bro Code, which I'm probably not super interested in reading. Okay, what else does he have in here? I mean, you can already basically see what he has, but he has The Town, which is what the movie is based on, I assume. Oh yeah, no, a major motion picture. Okay, and then he has a bunch of Terry Goodkind, which we all know Terry Goodkind's kind of a jerk, but he bought these a long time ago, obviously, and he's never read them. These ones are still packed. So he has whatever this trilogy is. Blood of the Fold. Bookmarks. He has Wizard's First Rule, which Daniel Green in his worst books of 2019 said that this is the worst book he read in 2019. So objectively speaking. So we're probably never going to steal that one from him. Storm of Tears. Okay, and then this book is mine, but this is on my this was on my top 20 to read in 2020 list, and that's The Stand by Stephen King. It is a chunky book. So this second shelf is mostly my stuff. I have Adventures for Your Soul by Shannon Kaiser. I read a bit of it. I didn't get very far. I'm trying to learn Spanish, so I have a few Spanish books. Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I got it from the library, and then I loved it so much that my husband bought me a copy for, I think, my birthday it was last year, or earlier this year. This is also mine, The Count of Monte Cristo. I'm pretty sure this is still an abridged copy. But yeah, it's a Barnes & Noble edition. And The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read Mistborn. He's read Mistborn, but really we bought this because we got it super cheap at Job Lot. It was only $3, so we saw it and we got it. Okay, and then this shelf is mostly mine. This season, 2 of the All Souls trilogy books, Dark Matter. He has Fire and Blood by George R. R. Martin. This I want to read. It's a biography of Elon Musk. And yeah, he got that last year, and I want to read that. I stole it from him, and then I never actually read it. Chris Evans. I don't know anything about this author. I've never heard of him or heard of anyone reading his books. A Darkness Forged in Fire, book 1 of the Iron Elves. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. If you've ever heard of this author, let me know what he's like, if he's any good. Because yeah, he has the first 2 books in that series, in the Iron Elves series. Yeah, I don't really know anything about that, but whatever. Feast for Crows. Oh, this is nice. He has a really nice copy of The Hobbit. It's a really pretty a really pretty edition of The Hobbit. I have not yet read, so. And then he has, one of the True Blood books, the Charlene Harris series, whatever. This down here is kind of my stuff. He has What Color Is Your Parachute 2019, a practical manual for job hunters and career changers. I got that for him for his birthday last year because he was looking at switching jobs, obviously. Illuminae is mine. I have Fallen Kingdoms. I just have the first book. I bought it a long time ago and I never read it, but I want to. So if you've ever read this series, let me know what you think. I bought it because it sounded interesting, and then I just never really prioritized it at all. This is a newer purchase, Queen of the Tearling. This series sounds really good. I want to read it. But again, it's just kind of gotten pushed on the back burner. He has Terry Pratchett, The Color of Magic. It's one of the Discworld books. He didn't get very far into it, but he brought it on vacation one time, and he didn't really get too far into it, but yeah, maybe eventually I'll pick that series up too, but it's not a priority. This is the most recent book that I purchased, Paper Princess by Aaron Watt. It's a romance. Dead Witch Walking. I just finished this. And then he has a mass market Lord of the Rings movie edition trilogy box. Okay, I got box number 1. You're propped up on my dryer, and this is now on our freezer. We're working with what we got down here. Okay, so he has Harry Potter. Okay, I'm not gonna bother taking them out. He has all of the Harry Potters. He has a box set of the True Blood series, which I'm not really that interested in, but maybe someday if I don't have anything to read, I'll pick that up. He has, what is this? The Amulet of Samarkand, the Bartimaeus Trilogy, Book 1. Oh, Elliot Bricks talked about this. I don't know anything about it except she mentioned it. I think she said it's middle grade. It's super holographic. Damper? Part Vampire, Part Human, Perfect Hunter by Barb and J.C. Hendy. I have no idea what this is, but this is a book that we own. These are clearly in no semblance of any kind of an order, so. The Dragon Reborn, which is book 3 of Wheel of Time. In a nice paperback edition. He has Fail Until You Don't by Bobby Bones. This is another book that I got him for his birthday last year. We both love Bobby Bones. We think he is a fantastic human being. So, yeah. And he read that, so that's down here. Robert Jordan, New Spring, the novel, The Wheel of Time in the Beginning. I have no idea what this is. Maybe an add-on book or something, or a prequel to The Wheel of Time. I don't know, but it looks like he only read half of it because there's a bookmark in right there. Ooh, full color map. Gotta love that. Very nice. Came out in 2004. Oh, it's a first edition. I have a feeling there's 4 books that are very obvious what they are here. I have a feeling he has a lot of first editions of Wheel of Time. And they're just in a box in our basement. Clearly he has a different standard. Well, I can't say he has a different standard of taking care of his books than I do because I have boxes of books down here too. Knife of Dreams, book 11 in Wheel of Time. Crossroads of Twilight, book 10 in Wheel of Time. The Eye of the World, which is the first book in the Wheel of Time. Seems to be a first edition. Winter's Heart, book 9, Wheel of Time. And that's it for this box. Hopefully there's no bugs on the bottom of it. Oh, use those legs! Oh! We have his high school yearbook, so we're not going to show that off. He has, oh God, New England Patriots official 1998 yearbook, Spawn, something where some monsters throwing up green stuff. Oh, Green Arrow. Oh, is that like TV show Arrow? Look at that. Venom. It's very holographic. Oh, it's still in a bag too. Oh, fancy. Brigade. I don't know what that is. Fantastic Four. How old are these? These look super old. Maybe it's just because they've been in the basement. What is this? This is a movie? Dr. Giggles. Look at that. I wouldn't want to go to him for medical advice. Ooh! Ooh! So, you know how he had a pretty version of, like, a pretty edition of The Hobbit? He probably has a nice version of The Lord of the Rings as well. Look at that. That's super pretty. Has a little thing on the back. That's super nice. I could swear he said that he didn't have a nice edition of The Lord of the Rings, so maybe he doesn't even know he has this down here. Look at that. That's super nice. That has the J.R.R. Tolkien on the back. Gold edges. Oh, wow. That's really nice. And then it has a little ribbon bookmark. Oh, I love this. I would probably be more likely to, when I actually read the series, I'll probably just read the mass market paperbacks upstairs because this is gorgeous. I don't want anything to happen to this. All right. I should probably let him know that he has this because, like I said, he said he needed to get a nice one. Apparently he doesn't even know what he has down here. Ooh, okay. Okay. He was right. These are on my TBR. He has the entire First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie. That's helpful. Oh, and apparently he read the first two and started the third one and never finished it. So this is exciting because, yeah, this trilogy is, I believe it was on my 10 series that I want to read in 2020. So yay, I don't even have to like buy them or worry about getting them from the library because he has all three. That's so exciting. All right, awesome. So this is, okay, so he has the Icewind Dale trilogy. This is funny. I laughed because I also have a copy of the Icewind Dale trilogy. So apparently we have two of these. His is in a little bit better shape. I don't think either of us have actually read it. So maybe we don't need two of them. But that's a thing that we have in our house. I need to speed this along. I'm not trying to make this video super long. The next thing he has is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I don't think he's read this. I have not read this, and I've heard, like, the second one is not super great, and the third one, God only knows when it's coming out. It's the first edition, though. He has a first edition of this, too. I might wait on this one until the third one comes out so that I'm sure if I want to, like, actually spend the time to read it or not. Oh, look. Book 2 of the Bartimaeus trilogy, and it's also that, like, super shiny, like, holographic looking. So apparently we have the second book of this series, too. Eldest, do you have the rest of the series? You must somewhere, right? Two. And I don't see the other one. I don't see the first one anywhere. And I actually don't know what order these go in. But we have two of these. And I know for a fact that I own Eragon. I'm sure he does too. If he has these two in hardcover, I'm sure he owns Eragon too. But so we have two of these. We have another Charlaine Harris from, oh God, you can see the dust flying around off of these books. I apologize. I told you it's very dusty down here. I didn't realize he was so obsessed with like the True Blood books. I don't, like, does that series have a name besides the True Blood books? Is it like this? It says it's a Sookie Stackhouse novel. Is it like the Sookie Stackhouse series? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not super interested in it, so. Okay, we have book 2 of The Wheel of Time, The Great Hunt. Oh, okay, I read this. He gave this to me. This was like the first book he ever recommended to me. Fever Dream by George R.R. Martin. It was about a man who worked on a steamship, like back in the day when like steamships were how they transported things places. That's a great synopsis, Sarah. Like back in the day of steam power and like steamships. This guy worked on a steamship, I think, and there's vampires. I read it like 4 years ago. I don't really remember. This is actually a pretty good book, though. I recommend it if you're looking for something else from George R. R. Martin that is completely different from A Song of Ice and Fire. Fever Dream's pretty good. Okay. Promise of the Wolves by Dorothy Hurst. I don't know what this is, but this is a thing that we own. I like wolves. What is the promise of the wolf? Never consort with humans. Never kill a human unprovoked. Never allow a mixed blood wolf to live. Ooh, sounds intriguing. Maybe I'll read that. Another Charlaine Harris book. Jim, what is your obsession? I think he really liked True Blood. I don't know if he read the books first or if he watched the show first, but I know he really liked True Blood. Look at this. Like, they're really pretty, though. They all have, like, I don't know if my camera picks it up, but they all have, like, sparkles somewhere on the cover, so they're actually very pretty books. If you're into cover buys. Really? Now this is just getting repetitive. Is that it? I think that's it for the Charlaine Harris. I'm running out of places to put books. Okay, what is this? Deception by Randy Alcorn? It looks like a thriller. Homicide detective Ollie Chandler has seen it all, done more than he cares to admit, but when he's called to investigate the murder of a Portland State University professor, he finds himself going places he's never gone before. Places he never wanted to go. Sounds like a thriller, right? Mystery thriller, maybe? Sounds interesting. Just from, like, the very top part of that, I'm interested. How to Cook Everything, also known as the book that made my husband a much better cook than me, and that's why he has to make all our food. There's a saying, you're either a cook or a baker, and considering I'm a baker by profession and enjoyment, like, he's got to be the cook. That's how it works. The Bourne Legacy. And actually, oh god. See, this is why you don't store your books in boxes. Look at that. It's all, like, jacked up. And this one's even worse. Look at it. Look at it. So, when I show his copy of A Storm of Swords, if that, like, gives you a little bit of anxiety or, like, book rage, how the cover is, like, coming completely off, now you know it's not my fault. It's because he stores his books like this. I probably won't steal these ones unless I'm really in the mood for some kind of, like, action thriller type. Although, you know, The Bourne Identity. The Bourne Identity was playing at my gym the other day. We have, like, this, they have, like, a cardio theater where they have, like, treadmills and bikes and ellipticals and stuff in, like, a movie theater setting. So it's dark and you can, like, watch a movie while you do your cardio. And they were playing The Bourne Identity the other day. I saw that movie when it was in theaters, and I don't remember liking it as much as I was enjoying it while I was doing my cardio the other day. So maybe I will read those. Who knows? Okay, and then just a couple more things here. We have A Game of Thrones and A Clash of Kings, which are both A Song of Ice and Fire. And we have Lord of Chaos, which is book 6, and A Crown of Swords, which is book 7 of The Wheel of Time. Notably missing is we were missing one of the Game of Thrones books. A Dance with Dragons? Is that the one that we were missing? Is that the one that's not out yet? I don't remember the books. It's the white one, I want to say. I think it's white. And I think it's A Dance with Dragons. And that was missing, which means he has books somewhere else that I don't know about. But I feel like this was most of his books. Editing Sarah popping in just for a second. My husband just got home from work and he found me 4 more books. But this is probably it. We think this is all he has. But one of them is A Dance with Dragons. So I knew we had this somewhere. And then Dying of the Light, which is another George R. R. Martin book. I don't know anything about this one. But, I mean, the cover's pretty. The back sounds interesting, so I might actually read this. So I'm going to keep this one in mind, and I'm going to keep it somewhere where I can actually find it this time. These were all in a random tote in the basement. Like, he didn't even know where they were. We had to kind of, like, look for them. We were, like, searching around, and it was, like, the last place that we looked, so. And then the other 2 are Dream Songs Volume 1 and Dream Songs Volume 2 by George R. R. Martin. So that should be all of his books. So, I have some more stuff to read. I'm very excited about this because now I don't have to try to find them. I already have them, all 3. So hopefully I actually like the first one and I want to continue on because this is just so convenient that he actually has all 3 of these. I'm very excited about this. Oh God. Oh God, I squished something. Don't worry, it's already folded in half anyway. Doesn't matter. All right. So that was my video today, rating my husband's book stash. Yeah, like I said, I think this is the majority of the books he owns. He does have some more somewhere. I know he does because I know he has that other Game of Thrones book, but, sorry, A Song of Ice and Fire book. But yeah, I think this is the majority of it. He has a bunch of books that I want to read, so that's exciting. I won't have to wait for the library or spend money buying them again because we already own them. And now I have no excuse to not start on the Wheel of Time because we have the first 12 books. So I hope this was as fun for you as it was for me. I don't know. Thank you for joining me in my dusty, disgusting basement, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.